2005 was the last time the Pro Bowlers Tour was in Oklahoma, and Tommy Jones wowed the crowds on the way to a championship. Now he's in the #1 position and hopes to win his 6th challenging of the PBA lane conditions. The PBA Bear Open is right now. This is Oklahoma's Grand Casino Resort Event Center in Oklahoma City, and we are set for the PBA Bear Open, part of the PBA Summer Swing on CBS Sports Network. We feature a stepladder format. In our first match of the day, 5th seed and 3-time tour title of Dick Allen matches up with Rhino Page from Dade City, Florida. Ronnie Russell in the 3rd spot will match up along with Bill O'Neill, the top seed, Tony Jones, waiting at the top of the ladder. My broadcast partner is PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson, joined by the 4th seed, Rhino Page, laneside.
Hey, thanks, Dave. With me, former Rookie of the Year, Rhino Page. And Rhino, you suffered a debilitating wrist injury that basically sidelined you for 8 months. Take us through that ordeal.
Well, I was basically out from April until late August, and I had to start back with 8-pound balls and work my way up to 10, then to 12, then to 14, and didn't get back up to full weight until the Masters this year. And you know, I'm feeling good with them, but stamina we're still working on. It's going to take a while.
How does it feel to be back under the bright lights?
Oh, it's nothing better. It's what you dream of, and being away from the game that long, it just you crave it, you know. So I'm glad to be here.
Hey, good luck today.
Randy, Rhino, thanks. Good to see Rhino 100%. And back on TV, the PBA Summer Swing made up of 5 events. The Wolf, Bear, Badger Opens, along with the PBA Oklahoma Open and the Oklahoma's Grand Casino Resort King of the Swing. You can see all this great bowling all summer long on CBS Sports Network. John Rash threw a 300 to begin the Wolf Open championship run.
A 3-time PBA Tour titleist from Columbia, South Carolina, the #5 seed, Dick Allen.
Dick Allen will get us going. Charismatic, energetic, and a lot of fun to watch on TV.
No.
Dreaded 7-10 split on his first shot. Wow.
It's like getting a swift kick right in the stomach.
Tired of chopping this one.
I think this is the worst break in bowling because it's a pretty good pocket hit. Instead of leaving just the 7 or just the 10 pin, now you're faced with both, and the odds of coming away with a spare, unlikely. There's only been 3 7-10 splits made in the history of professional bowling on television.
One time.
It's still Jess Dayrook. Last time, 1991, Tucson, Arizona. The last 7-10 conversion on TV.
The first ever, Mark Roth.
A 3-time PBA Tour champion from Dade City, Florida, the #4 seed, Rhino Page.
No titles the last couple years for Rhino. The lefty from just outside Tampa. Good start. Oh, it's great to take an early advantage from your opponent's open frame.
Bear oil pattern, 40 feet in length, extremely flat. And what that means is an even amount of oil distributed across the lane, so there's no built-in help. Remember last week when we saw the Wolf oil pattern, a lot of friction the outside part of the lane. Not the case on the Bear. They call it the Bear because scoring pace, well, it was a bear to string strikes together on this oil pattern.
which is what Rhino Page tried to do. And will not come close, only a 6-pin count and a lot of wood standing.
Looked like it was bad out of his hand, and when he missed it at the bottom, call that the wet bar of soap out of the hand release, where the fingers and the thumb kind of come out together. When that happens, you don't get enough on it, and the ball tends to hydroplane.
Tough pickup here. 3-6-7-9. Dave Wright, Randy Peterson, Hall of Famer, with you here in Oklahoma City. Gets it! Kicks out to the 7 and a great conversion for the lefty Rhino Page. Spare certainly qualifies as part of our Hammer Tough Spare replay. How about this pickup?
Well, this is the way you make the 3-6-7-9. What a conversion.
Back to Dick. And all 10 down for Dick Allen.
And Dick just recently went to 16 pounds. You notice that we're used to seeing him loft the ball quite a bit. He's not lofting it very much at all. And he said going up a pound in weight from 15 to 16 actually cleaned up his his release, and made it much cleaner out of his hand. Said his carry improved. Said he doesn't have to work as hard at the bottom of the swing to get the ball to do what he wants it to do.
He is committed to that weight, as he said it was last night, going to 16. Left lane. Comes in high, crossing over for a Brooklyn strike. He'll take it.
Well, this is just a huge break after the bad one
on TV
that he got in the first frame. Remember, he left the pocket 7-10 on that lane. Strikes on the right lane and comes back and goes Brooklyn for a huge double.
He looked down in disgust, didn't want to even watch the result, and got a huge break. You can see him behind. Rhino Page still wondering how he got so lucky. Third frame. That comes in high.
Approach issue there. He stuck, pulled it. Again, a very unforgiving oil pattern. You just can't miss left and right of target and expect to hit the pocket on a consistent basis. You got to make really, really good shots, and there is an absolute premium on shot making.
5-8 does pick up the spare. The PBA does proclaim the 40-foot bear pattern as being the toughest. Expect a low-scoring pace in our TV show today. Ultimate test for these bowler skills.
I mean, you can see just how flat it is. There's your 40-foot length, but just no help side to side. And that's what usually dictates scores, is what you do with an oil pattern side to side.
That finds the 1-2 pocket.
Nice comeback shot for Rhino Page there in the fourth. Now Dick Allen, see what he does with that huge break he got in the third frame going Brooklyn.
Fourth frame, looks for the turkey, didn't like it. When he released it, maybe another break as the 7 trips late.
He's working that gum about as hard as that bowling ball was working to get back to the pocket.
out the window right there.
He thought it was out the window. You just heard him say it, and it just rips back and rips the rack. Using 2 different bowling balls in each lane. Just take a look at his arsenal, the equipment that he brought to the television pair, using a Revolt on the right lane and an Octane on the left.
You and I call his first career PBA title in Dallas Open in 2002. still not in the 1-3 pocket.
Well, that shot looked pretty good, and just not enough volume in the middle of the lane to hold this ball on line. But another nice break. You see, this is match number 1, and the right-hander is already into 4th arrow. He gets a nice break trip in the 10 out late, only leaving the 3-pin.
Tywin Dallas was his first ever TV final appearance. Watch it. Whips.
And again,
this is the 3.
Sorry, Dave. Again, he looks down at the approach, insinuating that there's some approach problems. Rhino Page has had some issues with the approach. Let's watch his footing right here. That time it looked like he slipped.
Rhino tries to take advantage and does so. Back-to-back strikes increases the lead to 12 pins.
What a great shot that was. That's how you take advantage of your opponent's mishaps. Del Ballard Jr. says that Rhino Page has the quietest shoulders in the sport. And you can see just how that left shoulder never got in front of the right shoulder at the foul line. He's got great shoulder action. He's a real good athlete, this kid, and really, really strong.
That's got to really hurry. Leaves a split. 3-7 still stands here for Rhino Page. This will be a tough pickup.
Well, he made something similar to this in the second frame. Now it's just the 3-7. He gets that one wide of target. He was looking for the break there to trip that 3-pin, not to be. Now looking to slide the 3 over into the 7.
Cannot convert, leaves the 7, an open frame. Rhino tells us he's about 70% following the wrist surgery in July, trying to come back and win again on the PBA Tour. Head-to-head with Dick Gallen here. Bear Open's underway.
Oklahoma's Grand Casino Resort PBA Summer Swing Bear Open is brought to you by Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance. By Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. And by Roto Grip. Your time is now. Own it.
It's okay.
I mean,
Hey.
I feel like it's my first show again.
Hey,
So first couple shows.
Make good shots.
Getting some good advice from Hall of Famer Del Ballard. His ball rep. Del's been on the big stage many times.
Just a great guy and a great champion, Hall of Famer. The beauty of Del Ballard Jr. is he doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells it like it is.
Gallen, that's in the 1-3 pocket.
And he's got some push on that lane. A little bit of oil to help push the ball to the right of that pocket before it starts making its break back.
You can move. What to do?
Wife Sarah, daughters Piper and Arabella. Watching back home. Columbia, South Carolina. That's Gamecock country. Old ball coach. Perfect shot. Crunches 10 down to the pit.
Well, he made a ball change, and then he moved deeper to the left on that left lane, and showing a little Maple moxie there with having enough confidence in his equipment and ability. There you see the ball change. He moved deeper. Perfect result. Rhino Page now stuck 12 pins through 6.5 frames. He's got to get it dialed in, somehow control the nerves and start making better shots.
6'10" stands for Rhino. He has not won since the 2009 Viper Championship outside Detroit, Allen Park, Michigan.
Good shot.
Pretty good shot there. Drifting just a pinch high. This has been a back and forth match from the start. Spare here, it's still a 12-pin deficit for Rhino Page.
Picks up a 6'10". He told us yesterday the passion has been renewed. Now that he feels better after the surgery. He's told by friends that we see his arsenal, who had a similar procedure, Randy, would take a year and a half to recover. And he's almost a year in now. Still 70% from that wrist surgery.
You can see his arsenal. The high road solid is what he's going with.
That's a zero gravity.
I don't know, that looked like the other ball on that lane. I'm not sure that wasn't a zero gravity, but anyway, Rhino Page makes a great shot here to keep himself in the match. He went through the exact same surgery that PBA champion Tommy DeLutz Jr. went through. Tommy told Rhino it takes about a year and a half just to recover from it.
And 5 wiggles and falls.
Dick Allen going big right now, increasing his lead, making really good shots. Look at him post that one up. No approach problem there. He gets the nice carry. Boy, after that auspicious start with the pocket 7-10 split, all of a sudden Richie Allen's looking rock solid. Excuse me, Dick Allen. We knew him forever as Richie, but once he had his first child, felt it was
A little more distinguished and respectable, mature to go with Dick Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. Turkey for him, 9th frame, foundation frame time.
He's probably going to be mad at me for calling him Richie, but I just can't get that out of my head.
Probably. Looks for a 4-bagger. And 32-pin lead. You bet.
Boy, is he making some shots on a really tough oil pattern.
Damn right.
Just inside 4th arrow, pushes it out to about 2nd arrow and back, and you can't throw it any better than that, folks. Richie Allen making this bare oil pattern look like the koala bear oil pattern.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Shot. Rhino needs this. Liked it upon release, and a double. Keep things interesting.
Well, Rhino Page has got to do the same thing here in the 10th frame that he does on this right lane. He can strike out for 224. If Dick Allen goes 9 spare strike, he will shoot 225. Got to have them all in the 10th frame to have a chance, or at least that's what his thought process has to be right here.
Come on.
That was a great shot. He got real aggressive with that at the bottom. Not tentative on that last shot. He just rears back and he gives it the business right there at the release point. That ball reacted perfectly. 2 more would force Dick Allen to show up in the 10th frame. This is a big shot right here.
Not quite. Leaves a 7.
Man, what a good shot that was. You heard him yell, read, read. He wanted his bowling ball to read the oil pattern correctly, so he would have carried that 7-pin. And it was a great shot. given the circumstances. Dick Allen just needs a mark in the 10th frame.
Rhino picked up the 7th pin. Former PBA Rookie of the Year. 2008 set a rookie earnings record that year. Almost $85,000. All-American at Kansas. Team USA member as well. Rhino Page.
Doesn't need a mark, just needs 9. Oh, no, wait a minute. I was correct the first time. Needs a mark.
Which he gets right off the bat.
That's a good mark.
The best way to do it.
Rhino Page, the only southpaw on the telecast today. His day is done. Richie Allen moves on.
And Ronnie Russell, 3rd seed, awaits.
No breaks, baby. No breaks. No breaks.
Good luck the rest of that.
The 5 seed, Dick Allen from Columbia, South Carolina, knocks off Rhino Page from Dade City, Florida. The 4 seed, day is done. Ronnie Russell, the 3rd seed, awaits Dick Allen next. Dick Allen, a win in his matchup with the 4 seed Rhino Page, 226 to 204. He's off to the next round to take on Ronnie Russell. Bill O'Neill and Tommy Jones are the 2 and top seed, respectively, here in Oklahoma City. Welcome back, everyone, to OKC. Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, member of the all-time PBA top 50 list. Impressive win in that match for Dick Allen. Had an open frame early, whiffed on a single pin spare, still rallied and won.
Yeah, and that's amazing because on this oil pattern, which you called the teddy bear, I called koala bear because it still has teeth. You can't get away with open frames like that. You know, the pocket 710 was a horrible break, but then to whiff a single pin spare, I think he was very fortunate to get through that first match. However, with that being said, he made some great shots down the stretch and put all the pressure on Rhino Page. The difference was that ringing 7-pin. Dick Allen, he did perform quite nicely.
So Dick Allen, or Richie Allen, as he used to be known, will take on Ronnie Russell next round. How do you preview this match?
Well, we saw how deep Dick Allen was playing the lanes. Ronnie Russell's going to be left of that. By the time Bill O'Neill gets on the lanes, there's not going to be anywhere to go. So you're going to start seeing players loft the left gutter cap. We have no more southpaws. It's all right-handers. A lot of traffic, a lot of breakdown going to occur. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Bear oil pattern holds up.
These 2 great bowlers set to go head-to-head. Dick Allen, Ronnie Russell. 2nd match. Bear Open continues from Oklahoma City next on CBS Sports Network. Welcome, everyone. Grand Casino. Not far from Oklahoma City, 262 rooms, 13 floors, fitness center, spa, meeting space, golf club, all featured here at this fantastic resort. And we're in the Grand Event Center. Match 2.
It's happening.
Ronnie Russell. Good start for Dick Allen on the left lane.
The number 3 seed is a PBA Tour champion from Marion, Indiana, country boy Ronnie Russell.
That's about an hour north of Indianapolis. His day starts with a strike. The 11th year pro with 1 title. That came in Munich, Germany. He told us just before the show today he's so special in his first ever American-based title. Avoids trouble with a split, almost help on the 4, and somehow it still stands. 4 pins still up for him.
You can see the left lane definitely outhooks the right lane. He's deeper on that lane, so is Richie Allen. And looking for a little trip for love, denied.
The 3 seed has the 4 pin and a spare.
Get you in a little bit more. Be more aggressive.
Down goes number 4. Leaning, and away it goes for a strike.
See, folks at home are probably wondering, well, this is only game 2. Why are the players so deep? The reason why the players are playing that extreme inside line is because on a flat oil pattern, the players that have the high rev rates, the big hands, they move in and they create angle to the right. That's the only way that they can create any kind of hold. So when they do miss target to the left, as long as the bowling ball is still traveling in the correct direction, it can create a little bit of left push.
Trying to stay hot, and no.
Yeah, that's your own fault there, Richard.
10.
Told yourself to throw it better. Listen to yourself.
There's no dry boards to throw it into, so they move in and create angle.
That shot.
That shot there didn't have enough angle.
Top conversion.
Good try.
Oh, no.
Real good try.
Yep. So only an 8-pin count. Open frame. We know Just Stay Rook, 1991 Tucson. Last time a 7-10 was made. A 4-10 is pretty tough, too.
A lot easier than a 7-10, though, buddy. You've got some room there. You can slide it in. You know, you can actually slide that pin into the 10-pin.
From the left to the 4-over.
Correct.
Yeah. Open frame. Russell trying to take advantage. Help on the 8.
That ball doesn't even make a ripple on the lane when it hits the lane. It's down on the floor so cleanly, and it starts so far left out of our camera angle. You can see the amount of revolutions and power. So if you take a look at his arsenal, going with octane on both lanes.
One, two, and that missed wide right.
So that is the wide right shot on the bare oil pattern. And when you do that, you don't hit the head pin. This was extremely in to out. The laydown area was correct, but the direction incorrect. It's a game that I'm not very familiar with because I don't have the rev rate in the hand that these power players do. And when I get in that deep, my margin for error is very small. I can't create the same amount of room, and when I do get my ball to hit the pocket, it doesn't hit with the same amount of power.
That's a man weight right there. My old ball don't carry that. No way.
He's referencing the fact that he went to what they call on tour man weight, or 16 pounds, basically making reference to the fact that his 15-pounder wouldn't have carried that hit. He's very confident with the 16-pound equipment he's gone to.
Confident and committed.
That's a huge step here, Stephen.
Crossing over. We saw Brooklyn strike earlier. Use a 10-pin here.
That's too much.
The left lane's starting to get ugly, and
Way too much.
this is going to be the problem lane the rest of the telecast. You saw Ronnie Russell get his wide of target, missed the head pin. Dick Allen gets that inside of target. It goes Brooklyn.
Way too much diff.
I look for him to make a ball change soon on the left lane.
There There's the 10. Dick has not won since the 2011 Dick Weber PBA playoffs in Indy. Also his last TV finals appearance. Russell goes close to Indianapolis. He's never won a tour in the U.S.
There's the ball that Dick Allen was using on the left lane.
No more.
Well, Ronnie Russell does own a PBA title. You alluded to that when he won the Brunswick Euro Challenge in Munich, Germany. But he also has 4 second-place finishes. He'd really like to win stateside. In order to do so, he needs to figure out and decipher this left lane.
It's tough to figure out. And there's a 7 for Ronnie Russell.
Maybe I chose the wrong lane to finish on.
I was just thinking the same thing. Now, the higher seed has choice of starting lane, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that Bill O'Neill, who is in our next match, and Tommy Jones, the tournament leader, won't pick to finish on that left lane.
There's a 7. There's a mark for Ronnie Russell from Marion, Indiana. Trying for his 2nd career PBA title. Head-to-head with Dick Allen. Halfway home, our 2nd match. More coming up from OKC. Randy, what could this be? Randy Peterson, happy birthday to you, buddy. Recapping an amazing moment of your career on TV and your Hall of Fame numbers from all of us at CBS Sports Network. Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. I could have done without seeing me leave that solid 8 against Ernie Slagle to lose by a pin, but, you know, my therapist says it's good to revisit that every now and then. Thank you.
One in Dayton, first year in the PBA 50 Tour. We love you, buddy. Great to be with you again.
Love you guys, too. Thanks very much to the guys in the truck as well.
What a moment that was.
I'll get even.
Oh, my gosh. Now that is great TV. Back to Dick Allen. Right lane. He has been locked in. 10-pin this time.
Just a little soft entering the pocket and leaving that flat 10.
We showed that tough Ernie Schlegel moment, and his reaction, yours, priceless, obviously, for TV. A lot of great moments, too, in your career. You look back upon, I'm sure, very fond.
Oh, I don't know, Dave. It was so long ago, I can't remember it.
Come on.
No, it was a nice run. You know, that was a big moment for me because I needed the first strike in the 10th frame to win the Touring Players Championship, and at the time that was considered our 5th major, and I just needed the first strike in the 10th. I left that solid 8, and that was a tough pill to swallow. But I'll never forget, you know, in 2002, you and I working together, and I left the booth to go bowl I think we were just outside of Philly. And
Springfield, Pennsylvania. That's it, Philly.
And that was a pretty awesome win.
I got to call a few of your matches on TV. That was the only title I called.
Yep.
Yours. And, boy, not a dry eye in our production truck. Brian Voss filled in for you.
Yeah.
With interesting results that day.
Yeah.
Little issue with Ramsey's last name, but story for another time. You ended up winning. Bottom line.
That's all that mattered. It's good times.
Let's go. Right lane. Not this time for Ronnie.
Yeah, this is a typical U.S. Open match, and this is a typical U.S. Open oil pattern. The bare 40 feet in length, very flat. Players are, I mean, Ronnie Russell's already into about the 26th or 7th board, and it's game 2. And this is what you see on this oil pattern. When they get this flat, players with hands, they move in. The high rev rate, high power guys move into the middle part of the lane, beyond center arrow, and they just beat up that part of the lane. And the next thing you know, they start lofting the left gutter cap because there's no way to keep the ball on the lane. They can't move any farther left, and that's what this is going to turn into. This is going to be a battle of who can avoid the open frames and make their spares and occasionally catch a couple strikes in a row.
Grind it out, bowling. As we saw, Ronnie goes for more equipment. Adding to the arsenal, left lane, comes in high, cross it over for a Brooklyn strike.
Both players right now suffering from a little DD, little directional dysfunction. This ball's left of target, never pushes far enough to the right. The end result is a Brooklyn strike, tripping the 6 late. Ronnie Russell clean through 8 frames. Dick Allen has a double and 1 over.
Set it up.
He liked it on release.
Keep this lane one time right here, Allen.
6-pin match. Sorry, Dave, 6-pin match. If he strikes here in the 9th frame, he's going to set himself up perfectly. He's going to set the table perfectly for him because he gets to finish on the right lane. He likes the right lane. I'm not sure either player likes the left lane.
Come on.
But the left lane continues to cause trouble.
Too low.
Double wood. 2-8-10.
Remember, he was using the red ball in that lane. He switched. He went to something that's a little less reactive. And I guarantee you right now, Dick Allen would have taken 8 or 9 spare on this left lane.
He pulls it off.
He made the 2-8-10 on television. I'm not sure I've ever seen the 2-8-10 made on TV.
He's still in a game,
That's
baby.
unbelievable.
He's still in a game right now.
What a spare pickup for Dick Allen. Fantastic shot.
I've only made this once in my life. The 2-8-10 I've made once. I've made the 7-10 split 7 times. I've made this 1 time. That is incredible.
And now you get to see it on CBS Sports Network. Not bad. Russell. Babies. 2-7.
Dave, last week, 300. This week, 2-8-10 conversion. What did you bring to the table, my friend? I mean, you got some kind of magic mojo going on here.
It's not a maple moxie, but it's some kind of moxie.
You got some kind of moxie going on there, brother. This is good stuff.
Always great to be back in the PBA Tour.
What are you going to do for an encore?
7-10. Big 4.
You're calling 7-10 already?
Good top of the basement.
I'll tell you what, that's probably not the way he thought he was going to make that, but he made it. Usually you want to get this ball to the left side of the 2-pin and have it deflect off of that 2-pin into the 7. Not the way you would draw it up, but it's a conversion nonetheless. But I'll tell you one thing right now. He's got to somehow find a way to mark on the left lane. He's thinking right now, if I mark on the left lane, I'll take my chances because even though Dick Allen likes that right lane, I'm not sure he can double on it. Dick Allen trailing by 6. Ronnie Russell, 10th frame. If he strikes out, he wins. Good shot.
Lane, it was a good shot, 10 stands.
He actually needed a double and 5. Now he needs to convert the 10-pin and then give the ball to Dick Allen and see what he can do. This is good stuff. I know folks like to see the high scoring.
Count doesn't matter, right?
We saw that last week on that pattern. That pattern gave us exactly what it should have.
Better get some.
It gave us a 300 game. It gave us high scores. It gave us close matches. It came down to the 10th frame. The bear is being a bear this week, and it's given us exactly what we thought it would. Low scores, but this match coming down to the 10th frame.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's okay, because Dick Allen still needs 2 strikes in the 10th frame. He is on the good lane, if there was such a thing, on this oil pattern, but he likes the right lane better than the left lane. He needs 2 strikes, 4 pins.
Can he get the first? You bet.
And he took no time on that shot. I like that. You ever heard of the statement, paralysis through overanalysis, when somebody stands over it? You've seen a golfer stand over a golf ball so long you don't know whether he's going to hit it or hatch it?
Ain't gonna take long.
Step up, don't take long, put it in your hand and go.
This doesn't get it. Leaves the 10, almost at a 7-10 split there.
Man, was that close. Pretty good shot there. It just never turned up hard enough. Got the 7 out, left that shaker 10.
They're just too fast.
Ronnie Russell's moving on.
There's the 10, but Ronnie Russell advances to the next round. Bill O'Neill awaits from outside Philly, and Tommy Jones after that, our top seed. More bowling from OKC on the way. Ronnie Russell continues his quest for his second ever PBA Tour title, knocking off Dick Allen in our second match, 195 to 192. Second year of PBA league play has wrapped up. Teams this year, including Silver Lake and LAX, that got all the way to the championship. The Brands and Evernight sponsor our look back at this week's flashback. Came down to the Battle of Los Angeles. Silver Lake, owned by Chris Hardwick, took on LAX, owned by Clipper star Chris Paul. The back and forth battle for the PBA League Elias Cup would come down to the final 5. Baker team match worth 3 points. Trailing by 2 points to 1, down 31 pins going into the 5th frame. Adam Splitters combined to string together the final 7 strikes, overtook the LAX club, winning the final match by a score of 225-203, and the final by a 4-2 score. Guys are pumped up. Congratulations to the Silver Lake Adam Splitters, presented by Spiceworks on their Elias Cup title.
That was a beast of a team that Mark Baker and Chris Hardwick assembled. Chris Barnes, Barrett, Tommy Jones, Wes Malott, and Brian Smith. Really?
Led by the Beast himself in Wes Malott.
I could have coached that team to second place. I mean, seriously.
And Tommy Jones is our top seed here in Oklahoma City at the Bear Open. Bill O'Neill from Langhorne, Pennsylvania, not far from Philly, will take on Ronnie Russell when we return to Oklahoma City. PBA back in Oklahoma, first time since the Tulsa Championship of 2005. So glad to return to the great state of Oklahoma. Our summer swing, the Bear Open on CBS Sports Network, rolls on. Ball change for Ronnie Russell.
Wait till they're
Going head-to-head with the 2 seed Bill O'Neill.
Wow, interesting that Ronnie Russell starting the match, which means he'll finish on the right lane. Bill O'Neill likes the left lane better. It's what he saw in practice.
Not surprising. Good start left lane here for Ronnie Russell with the ball change, because, as we had thought earlier, the other way around.
The number 2 seed is a 4-time PBA Tour champion from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. The real deal, Bill O'Neill.
Langhorne just outside Philly. Told us yesterday his all-time favorite Philly team athlete, Dr. J. Gotta be.
How can you get that image of that dunk out of your head?
You can't do it. 2-8-10. We've seen this before, haven't we?
In the last game, we saw Dick Allen convert the 2-8-10 in the 7th frame. And Bill O'Neill will have to try to do the same. Just gets one.
3 for 2-10, chops out the 8, and that's it. Early open for Bill O'Neill, fifth-year pro.
His first TV finals of 2014. He made 2 shows last season. He said he found a flaw in his game. He was telling you and I the other night, it was in my 4th step. When my 4th step started to go right, it made my swing bounce all over the place.
Left lane success, perfect shot there. And as you told us, Randy, it took some time to realize what he was doing wrong. Used some video to compare and contrast from some old TV shows when he had won before on television. And finally it clicked in what the problem was.
Yeah, he saw his swing bouncing at the top, and then he kept looking at it, and he found the flaw. What was creating that bounce was when his 4th step went to the right, the swing had nowhere to swing, or it could not swing underneath his right shoulder, so it had to bounce out.
Hi, Ronnie.
9 stands.
So getting back to that swing issue for Bill O'Neill, once his swing started bouncing out at the top, then he lost direction. It could go in either direction. It was going to be a miss left or right, and it was just kind of pot luck or a coin toss as to which direction it was going to go in.
Watch out. A whiff on the 9, and he returns the favor with the open frame.
And again, on a tough oil pattern, the key is to avoid open frames. And because of this whiff here, this match is all even. Remember, O'Neill opened in the 1st frame, and you just can't miss single pin spares. I know that, you know, it happens. I get that over the course of a tournament on television, just a slight lapse of concentration. But you have to avoid open frames, and missing single pin spares usually proves unforgivable on a U.S. Open type oil pattern, which is what these players are bowling on.
So all square early. O'Neill and Russell each suffering through an open. Not the shot he wanted, 6 stands.
Now, take a look at this 4th step of Bill O'Neill. It's coming right now. And this is what he was talking about. You see how nice and straight that is now, and that gets his swing back in line. That's the biggie. That's what he worked on, and that was the trigger that he found. Look out. So on the right lane for Bill O'Neill, he went light in the 1st frame, leaving a 2-8-10. And then in the 3rd frame, he just went through the face. As we take a look at his arsenal, Black Widow Legend is his ball of choice.
Left lane success for Bill O'Neill. Trying to find a groove here in our tight matchup. Tommy Jones, the top seed, awaits the winner of this one.
Very nice. You can notice the demeanor of the players as well. And this pattern and the scores dictate that. They know how hard it is just to get the ball to the pocket. They can't be whooping it up after every strike and get out of that mental zone, because a fraction of an inch left or right of target. Remember, each board on the lane is only an inch wide. You make a mistake an inch left or right of target, it could be an open frame.
Maybe a break there. 7-pin lead, and it's accentuated, Randy, by the fact that this Bear oil pattern has been so challenging.
Now take a look at where Bill O'Neill's playing on this left lane, the lane that hooks more than the right. You can see that his laydown area is right around that 6 there. Take a look at Ronnie Russell. I mean, he doesn't have much more room to go left. You can see that ball is being set down pretty close to that left gutter. The next move for Ronnie Russell would be moving his feet left and then lofting the ball over the gutter cap. Good shot there. Excuse me, not the gutter cap, but the gutter. The gutter cap's in the middle.
Hey, good one.
Head to PBA.com. Check out the new PBA Bowling Challenge game for your mobile device. The game, which has been updated for mobile and tablet devices, including iOS systems, allows you to bowl against the best PBA bowlers in dozens of events all over the country. The new features include 40 different bowling ball options, quick play, and career mode options, along with special bonus challenges. Click on the mobile game link at PBA.com to get started. Sounds fun.
It's a great mobile app, and there's millions and millions of those downloaded. It's been a big hit.
Love it. O'Neill, left lane, comes in. 3-6 stands for Bill O'Neill.
Hasn't figured out how to get his ball consistently to the pocket. Goes through the nose, only leaving the 3-6. He was fortunate to carry back-to-back hits in the 4th and 5th frame.
Has a mark there. Close match. Match number 3 for the Bear Open in Oklahoma City. Tommy Jones awaits the winner. More great bowling ahead. Let's take a look at our Columbia 300 fun fact. Tommy Jones hoping to recreate 2005 Tulsa Championship. Last time the PBA Tour was here in Oklahoma, threw his first 10 strikes in the championship match against the Beast Wes Malott, en route to a 289-248 win. Title was the second of his 05-06 season. Tommy eventually would earn PBA Player of the Year honors that year. Randy and I called that match from the Reynolds Center on the Tulsa campus. Great arena feel that day, Randy, and what a great day for Tommy Jones.
Man, especially when you have hair and you can roll the 2-pin for a major title.
Not the same look now for Tommy Jones, but he was really happy to see us.
Tommy's a great guy. And
I met with him yesterday. He said, man, last time I was in Oklahoma, you guys called that.
Yep. Great guy, good friend of mine. I just got done staying at his house while I was caddying for my buddy Andy Pope on the Web.com tour at the BMW Charity Classic.
Here's Russell. Trying to stay high, you bet. On the right lane. That must have been fun, the caddying.
It was a great time, great experience. I got to play around the golf with Tommy Jones before he left and came out to compete in this event. This is going back a little over a month ago, and it was a blast. It was a great time, and Tommy and his wife Nikki put us up. There I was caddying for my buddy on the Web.com tour. Andy is a great guy, and it was a great experience. Ronnie Russell now making the Bear look a little bit more like your teddy bear oil pattern.
Taming the Bear a bit. That's for the 5-bagger, left lane. 5 stands.
I mean, that looked like a really good shot. He tried to get a little bit more aggressive, and the ball just squirted and never grabbed down lane. This looks really good. He tries to get it a little bit more down the lane, a little more speed. You can see the laydown is still way inside. This Ronnie Russell's a pretty good athlete, not to mention a +2 or +3 handicap golfer.
Another good golfer. E.J. Tackett might be the best current golfer on the PBA Tour.
I think it's a coin toss between these two.
Is that right?
Yeah, between E.J. and Ronnie Russell.
Ronnie Russell.
This is just a big mind game right now. Both players trying to decipher this oil pattern. And, you know, what ball, stand where, look where, how much speed, what type of rotation.
7 frame works on a spare, right lane, high, and the 6 stands.
Man, get through it. Get through it.
Right now, for Bill O'Neill, this oil pattern should have been named the Big Ugly Bear with huge fangs that likes to rip the limbs off of pro bowlers who dare to trespass. But we couldn't fit all of that on the TV screen, so we're just going to call it the Bear Open.
There's the 6. There's his mark. Nice description. You're hilarious.
It's true. I mean, this is brutal stuff. I'm having flashbacks of past U.S. Opens that I competed in, because it was just like this.
Left lane. All 10 down. For Bill O'Neill, 60 feet to success for the Pennsylvanian. Other finishers at this Bear Open event in Oklahoma City. Dom Barrett just out of the show, 6th spot from England. Smallwood Devaney. Jason Belmonte, the defending champion, finished 10th. So a new winner in 2014. Belmonte dominant in Milwaukee last year. 10 pin.
And then that's the other factor, is when you do hit the pocket, does your ball strike? I mean, let's not forget, these are the greatest players in the world. Bill O'Neill, just a few years ago, was almost Player of the Year. He's won a U.S. Open before. Ronnie Russell's coming off of his first win earlier in Germany. I mean, these are the greatest players in the world, bowling on a really hard oil pattern, and that's why the score right now is 190 to 2-team. That's why in your last match, it was 195-192. Quite honestly, that first game when Dick Allen shot 234, that was surprising, and he did it with 2 open frames. This is just typical grind them out U.S. Open style bowling, and this is why you get these close matches. That's why it usually comes down to who avoided the open frames. Ronnie Russell, 21-pin lead.
4-pin stands.
Terrible.
He didn't like it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If it's that terrible and the worst thing that happens to him is he leaves a 4-pin, that's a good sign. Bill O'Neill right now at 195. Ronnie Russell, 175. Excuse me. 215 pace. But Bill O'Neill can strike out for 225. Ronnie Russell can strike out for 225. Dave, we have the possibility of a tie.
Well, you asked what else we'd see. How about a roll-off? I'm hoping for a 7-10 during the summer swing. Big 4 would be fun.
Big 4's only been made once.
Buffalo Williams Jr. In Atlanta, 04. O'Neill, right lane, reduces the Russell lead by half.
It's a great shot. Remember, Bill O'Neill chose to finish on the left lane.
Come on, stay down.
He did strike there in the 8th. He struck there in the 4th and the 2nd. He's only missed on that lane once this entire game. He needs to strike out to force Ronnie Russell to do the same. This match coming down to the 10th frame. Who performs will move on to face our tournament leader, Tommy Jones.
Wheel. It did wheel, all right. Late trip on a 7-pin.
It's a great shot. You know, to me, it looks like Bill O'Neill's hand is much better, much stronger at the bottom of the swing than it has been for, the better part of a year and a half. And that change that he's made in that 4th step has really cleaned up his release. It's made it stronger. I believe he's got a little bit more action at the bottom of the swing now.
Last win on tour, 2012 Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship in Las Vegas. Second TV appearance of this season for him. Last year made it twice.
Get lucky.
Did not quite. Comes in high and the 3-6 up.
Yeah, it looked like he got around it early and got it left. Doesn't have to miss by much to miss the pocket on this. Just right there. Just got a little quick at the bottom with it.
God!
Shot. Open. In the film.
Well, that's a big mistake there, missing that one pin, because Ronnie Russell needs a mark and good count. 213 would have looked a lot better than 212. Ronnie Russell going at the 215 pace.
That's the mark he needed.
Ronnie Russell just needs 8 and 2 balls. Pretty good stuff there. Ronnie Russell's going to bowl for a title once again, looking for his first win stateside on the PBA Tour.
Gets 9, leads the 9 pin, and wraps up the match head-to-head with Bill O'Neill. The 2 seed, top-seeded Tommy Jones awaits. Russell has 1 career title. Tommy Jones has 15. And they'll go head-to-head for a championship today in Oklahoma City. Another win for Russell. TJ is next. It'll be a tremendous championship match from the Grand Casino Event Center in Oklahoma City. Russell gets hot late, takes out the 2 seed Bill O'Neill. Russell, Jones, a championship at stake next. Ronnie Russell bidding for his 2nd ever career PBA title. Knocks off Bill O'Neill. Close match, 215-212 to make the championship match head-to-head with Tommy Jones, who is the top seed. Tommy's had a great career, former PBA Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year as well. He owns 15 career PBA Tour titles and one in this state of Oklahoma back in 2005. Let's learn more about our #1 qualifier, Tommy Jones, in his own words.
Yeah, I lived in South Carolina my whole life. Love to bowl, love to compete, love to play golf. You know, just what I get to do exactly what I love to do. I grew up bowling, and it's a dream to get to live out your dream. You know, it's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. I wish that we got to spend more time bowling like we used to, but you know, we take advantage of what we have right now, and still love the ball. It's the greatest thing ever.
Tommy's one of the great all-time finishers on TV. 13-4 all-time in title matches, a tremendous winning percentage. He'll put that to the test, head-to-head with Ronnie Russell. Title match next. Mr. Peterson, let's find out how we got to this point of the match with our Geico Championship recap.
You got it. Match #1, Dick Allen taking on Rhino Page. Rhino Page struck in the first ball in the 10th, needs another one to apply the pressure, leaves a ring in 7. Dick Allen gets up, throws 10 in the pit, he moves on. Match #2, Dick Allen takes on Ronnie Russell. How about that conversion, huh? 2-8-10 keeps him in the game. Ronnie Russell steps up, he splits as well, but he would convert. Dick Allen, 10th frame. Struck on the first ball, needed the second hit, doesn't get it. Ronnie Russell wins sitting on the bench. Then in our last match, Ronnie Russell taking on Phil O'Neill. O'Neill steps up the 10th frame. If he strikes out, he forces Russell to strike out. He gets the first hit. He goes through the nose. It's Ronnie Russell time. Boy, he throws 10 right there. He goes 9 spare on his second shot, setting up a great title match between Ronnie Russell and Tommy Jones.
Stepladder bracket. All the way to the championship match, Jones and Russell. Tommy Jones has only been the #1 seed in a televised Stepladder TV final once in his great career. 09 Earl Anthony Medford Classic. Medford, Oregon. #1 seed, but lost the title match to Westmont 239-201.
Medford holds a lot of nice memories for
Great,
you, my friend.
great town. Southern Oregon.
Home of PBA Hall of Famer Marshall Holman.
Medford Meteor. And my beautiful wife, Tess. Lava lanes in Medford.
Yes, she did.
Hit it.
You know why it holds fond memories for me?
Why?
I got a free beer there once.
Underway the championship match.
Look out.
As the 6 has his spare.
The tournament leader is a 15-time PBA Tour titleist from Simpsonville, South Carolina, Tommy Jones.
The Greenville-Spartanburg area, but he is a Gamecock fan. Don't mention Clemson Tigers around
No,
Tommy Jones.
definitely not. Look at that starting position, standing in front of the bar return, abbreviates his approach.
Loft and it comes in high, gets a break. Down goes the 10 late.
Standing in front of the bar return, things have to change. You can't take the same length of steps. So Tommy basically just goes to a 3-step approach, goes to the air, starts lofting. That one he just didn't get far enough right. Former U.S. Open champion, knows how to win when the lanes get really tough. No surprise to me why he led this event. Finally healthy for a change.
Michael Laffey, Director of Gaming. There's Michael. Right here, Director of Gaming Marketing.
Wow.
Thanks, Michael, and his great staff, all the hospitality, all the support leading up to this great event here. PBA Summer Swing on CBS Sports Network.
When you run out of lane, you've got to go to the air, and Tommy's going to loft it for the rest of this match.
Nice cover. All 3 and a mark there for Tommy Jones. His win percentage, Randy, in his career on TV, 76% in title matches. That's the Terminator, 13-4. The all-time greats PBA Tour history with a championship at stake.
Really good on television, as you mentioned, but television's been a little lean for Tommy Jones over the last couple of years, at least here stateside. So take a look at Ronnie Russell's ball reaction. Still looks pretty good, pretty strong. Tommy Jones has yet to find the pocket. It is early. He's coming off of waiting for 3 matches before he could take to the lanes. Ronnie Russell, well, he's got a really good idea of what the lane and the oil pattern is giving him.
Russell's third match, left lane, some magic there. He told us right before the show today, of course, the career highlight has been that championship, his lone title in Germany, but so much more to win. First ever stateside tournament. Late hit on the 6 and 10 across the deck. Takes out 2.
Good stuff here. Wow. Same result as the last shot he threw on that right lane where he went through the nose and just caved him in. This time the pin comes over and caves the 6-10 down. Tommy Jones trying to figure out how to get his ball right of the head pin. See his arsenal there going with the energy source. See how long he can stay with that ball. He hasn't got it right of the head pin yet.
Gets help again, double wood. This could be his day.
He's got three strikes and 4 frames, hasn't hit the pocket yet. He's going to make a ball change now, I promise you, because he finally gets that ball to the right spot and it doesn't hook. If you're Ronnie Russell, you cannot let something like that affect your shot making. There is no defense in this sport.
Looks for the turkey. Wants that to hurry. It does. 10-pin trip late. Cuts.
Ronnie Russell's ball reaction is as good as Tommy Jones's is bad. We're going to talk about both ends of the spectrum in terms of ball reaction. You're watching it right now. Tommy Jones going through his mental Rolodex of what to do and what ball to change to and where to stand and where to throw.
Meanwhile, left lane, right lane, Russell is lined up. 4-bagger for Ronnie Russell, and he's feeling it. Back to Tommy Jones, one of only 4 players, Monty, Barnes, Albee, and Jones, to have won the Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year in his career. 2 major titles. A lot of accolades. Lofting here on the right lane. Comes in high again and leaves the 6.
Go through there, especially wrench it that freaking hard. Jesus Christ.
He's in trouble. Ronnie Russell's got a great look. He has a bad ball reaction. He's got to make a ball change. Easy for me to say sitting here and watching it. See if he sticks with this ball for another shot. There you take a look at what you alluded to earlier, David Ryan.
There.
Yep.
That's all-time TV appearances. 13-4 in title matches, which is pretty impressive. Randy, you're 10th on that list, by the way.
Thank you. I always like when you mention me in a bowling show. It's great stuff. Last time it was a solid 8.
6 stands again.
To the right.
Just not getting it into the 1-3 pocket.
The one shot that he did get to the right of the head pin never hooked back. He went light. Chipped the 2-pin.
Does not have a look right now as the top seed. Ronnie Russell, the 3 seed from Marion, Indiana, outside Indianapolis, has his look all right and wants his 2nd career title. Exciting conclusion on the way. Tommy Jones gets advice from his ball rep. In some trouble here head-to-head with a 3 seed Ronnie Russell. Tommy bidding for his 16th career title. Time for Randy and this week's Track Tech Talk.
Well, Dave, You know, there's a conventional way of putting your hand in a fingertip bowling ball, and that conventional way is what Bill O'Neill's doing on the left side of your screen. Fingers go in first, your thumb goes in last. But take a look at how Tommy Jones puts his hand in the bowling ball. He screws his thumb in first, takes that hand, torques it back to the right, then puts his fingers in last. Very unique. Only a couple of players that I can remember on our tour that actually do that. Tommy Jones, Tom Baker, Dave Husted, just to name a few. And there's Tommy Jones's beautiful wife, Nikki. She was very hospitable, by the way, when we stayed there a little over a month ago.
So nice of those folks to let you stay at their place while you were catting for your friend.
Hey, they said you were invited next time.
I hope so. Take them up on that.
Play a little golf.
Love that.
All right, right now, Ronnie Russell working on 4 in a row, looking to win a PBA title for the first time here stateside. 22 pins.
He's due up by 32, but it's high and only a 6-pin count.
And the toughest non-split or washout spare conversion you could shoot at on the PBA Tour, the 3, 6, 9, 10, because of the back pin, the 9-pin. In trying to cover this, I've seen players shoot it a couple different ways. I've seen them throw it straight and hard at the 3-9. I've seen them try to hook the ball this way to try to cover that back 9-pin.
How will he do it?
That's becoming more and more popular these days, is throwing a plastic spare ball straight at the 3-9.
Impressive cover. That was crucial at this point of the match.
You can hear that thumb squeaking in that thumb hole.
Lane trip of the 10. And all 10 down to the pit for Ronnie Russell, getting pumped up here. In control. Great position for a title.
Has Tommy Jones committed to a ball change? He has. Here is a different piece of equipment. Can Tommy find the 1-3 pocket?
Oh, Tommy!
No, he cannot. Washout. 1, 2, 8, 10. Way light, way wide. Right of the head. Will not cover, only 1 of the 4 down.
Boy, you really have to feel for him. The tournament leader just has absolutely nothing. Everything that he's tried hasn't worked. Prior to that open frame, he was bowling 200, but it was a very fortunate 200 game in that he was able to catch 1 double without even hitting the pocket. With all the practice that he got, he just never found anything that looked halfway decent to get him consistently into the pocket. Ronnie Russell's making the lanes look easy. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's former player of the year, rookie of the year.
Ten stance, almost at a 7-10. Tommy's not won on U.S. soil since the 08 Geico Championship on Long Island. It's a series of hip and neck injuries. 3 international tour events since then. He's won nothing in the U.S. There's the 10-pin. And on the bench, Ronnie Russell's lead balloons.
Yeah, Ronnie Russell can put it in cruise control now.
Let's feel it.
It helps to have shots like that.
Just a great shot. Ronnie's been making great shots all day. He really made this oil pattern look fairly tame in the last couple games.
Stays clean, still just the 2-pin on the left lane.
Nine spare here, 9 spare in the 10th frame.
Good job.
Ronnie Russell's going to shoot 230. Best Tommy Jones can shoot 211.
We talked to Ronnie just before the match. He seemed very relaxed and focused, in a good place. And talked about the significance of winning his first ever title on U.S. soil. He said he needed a new career highlight, and this is about to be it. Jones in a massive haul. Right lane, still doesn't have the look. It's a washout. 1, 2, 4, 10. Again, missing the puck.
That one was a good one.
He tried to go with an aggressive bowling ball to start the match and could never get it right of the head pin. And then he tried to go to something that was a little less aggressive, and that ball won't hook. Ronnie Russell wins for the first time on U.S. soil.
He has won on the bench. Second career title for Ronnie Russell. What a moment this has got to be for Ronnie from outside Indianapolis. 6 regional titles, but his second career PBA title. Well, it has been consistent for our top seed. He just has not found the pocket the entire match. Disaster for Tommy.
You got to feel for him. That's hard to watch. It's hard to watch anybody go through that, especially a guy like Tommy Jones. And not the way you want to win, but a win's a win. I promise you, Ronnie Russell would have rather have been taken all the way to the 10th frame and had to step up in the 10th and throw a strike, but a win's a win.
He will gladly take it. As he told us, he needed that new career highlight. Now he's got it. First ever PBA title on U.S. soil for Ronnie Russell in his 11th year on the PBA Tour. March of 2013, his first ever title, the Brunswick Euro Challenge in Munich, Germany. And now, another big highlight. He also qualifies for the King of the Swing. Culminating the PBA Summer Swing on CBS Sports Network. His pal, fellow PBA star Chris Loschetter, Mike Devaney, E.J. Tackett, Dick Allen, among many, congratulating Ronnie Russell along with Tom Smallwood. What a great moment for Ronnie, clearly beloved among fellow bowlers. And for the second time in his PBA career, Ronnie Russell is a tournament champion.
This one's the family, baby.
The country boy has done it. Congratulations to Ronnie Russell, a PBA champion in Oklahoma City today.
Oklahoma's Grand Casino Resort PBA Summer Swing Bear Open is brought to you by Radical Bowling Technologies. Wow, that's radical. And by Columbia 300. Grab some friends, have some fun. Let's bowl.
Second career PBA Tour title for Ronnie Russell from Marion, Indiana. Knocks off the top seed. 15-time Tour title is Tommy Jones, 234 to 164. Ronnie's joined now by Randy.
Thanks, Dave. Ronnie, congratulations. What a performance. You do have one PBA title, but that came in Germany. This is your first title here in the U.S. How does it feel?
It's unexplainable. I can't even try to keep the tears out of my emotions right now because it's probably the biggest stage I've ever been on, and it was pretty awesome to win.
Now, your wife and your kids aren't here, but I know they're watching. Right. What would you like to say to them?
Well, I mean, as of now, the wife's never allowed to come watch a TV show again, so no, but like I'm really happy to do it for them, and you know, the kids have been wanting to go to Disneyland for a while, so I might be able to throw some money back for that, and you know, it'd be awesome. I'm so excited to win for my whole family because they've seen me go through it all, and the emotions, just everything, the ups and downs. It's awesome.
Well, Disneyland will put some big smiles on all your faces. Ronnie, why was your ball reaction so much better than everybody else's today?
Well, I think the first thing is I think my roll. I get the ball in the roll pretty quick, which tames the lane down a little bit more than the other guys. But I went from a Motive Octane, which is a really high responsive ball, to a ball that's a lot smoother in a tri-ball. And thanks to Mike Devaney for helping me with that choice. And I made good shots when I needed it finally, and it took a long time to do that. A lot of ups and downs for that. And I just want to thank Motive for getting me on there, and really excited.
You buying tonight?
Anything.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ready, Ronnie. Thanks. Wife Michelle, sons Kate and Cameron, daughter Taylor, back home in Marion, Indiana. Have got to be happy. Congratulations to Ronnie Russell, winner of the 2014 PBA Bear Open, part of the Oklahoma's Grand Casino Resort PBA Summer Swing. Be sure to be with us next week for the PBA Badger Open at 7 Eastern. And for complete post-game coverage of today's event, head to PBA.com's Extra Frame right after the conclusion of our show. And for a preview of next week's telecast, check out Extra Frame on Monday. For Randy Peterson, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Oklahoma City. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to CBSSports.com. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Ronnie Russell, a PBA Tour champion again.